Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Sports Card Teachers. Today we're going to be taking a look at and doing a full tutorial on submitting your cards to PSA. This has been a video that many people have been asking me about. They want to know the process. How hard is it? So I'm going to take it step by step and I'm going to walk you through the process so that you're able to completely understand how it all works and see if it's something you want to do. I will say that if you are on the fence, you really don't know what you're doing, there are some opportunities to have certain people. You can, I think GameStop's even submitting cards for people. I'm starting a little side business. If anyone is interested, you can always send me your cards. There's no guarantee on grades, but I will let you know that if I think something wouldn't grade a 9 or a 10. And we have a pretty decent track record. Occasionally we get an 8. And obviously with older cards, you're not going to get as great of grades as you might think. Newer cards, you're going to definitely get those, PSA 10s are going to be a lot easier to come across. Let's talk about the membership first. All right, so we're on the website now. So I just want to quickly talk about, before you even start to submit your cards, let's first go ahead and talk about how it all works. So you do need to become a member of what they call the Collectors Club in order to submit. If you're not a member, you got to pay a much higher price on cards. And so if you're going to submit a decent amount of cards, then it does make sense to get this membership. If you're looking to just submit like a couple cards you have, find a friend who does it, or like I said, you're more than welcome to reach out to me, send your cards to me, and I can help you get those submitted for a small fee. But if that's something interested, definitely I'll leave a link in the description, or I'll let you also go down to the description and you can find our email and you can get in touch with us that way if that's something you're interested in doing. The Collectors Club does cost $149 a year. That's the standard. That's what I have. The $199 plan, I guess you get $125 to spend on Fanatics Live. I really have no interest in that. Looks like you have $60 to spend on Fanatics Live. It's the $149. But yeah, you're going to have to pay $149 right off the bat before you do anything. That's going to definitely deter some people away. I'm going to go ahead and log into my account and then we'll start the process. All right, so we are still on the last day of January 2025. I'm taking advantage of a couple specials that they have. It's something you're going to notice as we do this. So you're on the main page. Let's say you created your account and now you're going to go to Start Submission. So we click Start Submission. And then we're going to also click Start. And as you see, I already have 2 in. I'm doing some last minute submissions. So we're going to add another one. It's going to be about a 20 card item submission. So let's go to plus new submission. Here's where you start. Select item type. We are dealing with trading cards. If you've got oversized trading cards, I think Dunruss had those oversized downtown boxes from Costco. Might be something you'd be interested in. You can submit coins if you want to get the coins graded. You can submit packs. You can submit tickets, Funko Pops. So variety of things. We're doing cards, so we're going to go ahead and have that selected, and we're going to hit select and continue. We are grading. You could look to do autograph dual service, where you do a grading and autograph. You could do just a review. You could do a crossover, where the item's graded by other companies that you want regraded into a PSA holder. Or you can do a reholder, which is item was already previously graded. You want to put in a new encapsulated PSA label. Those are all things that you can do here, but we are sticking with just simply grading. All right, now we're going to go down the list. Trading card game. So if you are someone who is looking to grade Pokemon, that type of thing, then you might be interested in this first slot. There's the January value bulk. So a lot of people are taking advantage of this. The big thing is it's 50 business days. So they've been backed up big time. So normally I would do that, take advantage of that special, because $18 a card is a great deal. The normal price that I would normally pay would be for a 45 day, and it would be $20 or $19.99. The value bulk, actually it would be 1980 to present. I said 79 to older. I would be doing 1980 to present, which is the same thing. As you can look, the max insurance value, and we'll talk more about this in a little bit, That's what you're going to be insured for whenever you're submitting your cards. So just something to think about. But this is the key, the business days. So it does take some time. And they say 45 days, it's 45 from the time they receive it. So it can oftentimes be about 2 months to get your stuff back. So I'll just slide down and see the other options that you have. Obviously, there are a variety of options you can do depending on the type of card you have. If you have the big type cards, which I don't deal with, which I wish I had, but I'm not nowhere near there, then obviously you'd be paying the bigger money, but the turnaround would be 5 days, which would be great. But we're not to that point. Where we are at is January value plus is $34.99. We are not going to be doing that. We are doing January value bulk turbo special. So we are submitting cards. There's a 20 card minimum, and we are going to be submitting this for $24.98. So that is a little more expensive, but we're getting it back in 20 days, which is what I want, kind of be the first to the market. So that might be why you would choose 20 days. Normally this is $35, but like I said, we're doing that turbo special. They don't offer it all the time, but occasionally they do. So we're gonna go ahead and click that. Now, they want to talk about it because this is the new feature. So let me just kind of read this over here. If you look, $24.98 per item. Now, there is some shipping and some insurance that's going to also factor into all this. What is max insured value? The highest amount you can receive as compensation for a damaged or lost collectible. The actual payout amount is based on the degree of damage or loss and is always limited to the item's fair market value. So this is where you're going to be insured for up to $500 an item. If you choose to do that, I definitely don't usually select $500 for that. I usually go a lot lower because it increases the amount that your insurance is going to cost, and you don't want to defeat the purpose of sending these cards in early. So that's why I typically don't really mess with that. But if we go down here, then we're going to hit select and continue. And this is the portion of this where they are going to walk you through and ask you to put in your different cards that you have. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. Let's just talk about a couple of things, and then I'm going to speed up the process, go through the whole submission, and not waste your time, but I want you to be able to see how it works. So first card, and hopefully this first card is actually going to be in the system. We're going to be submitting a Cooper flag. It's a little blurry there, sorry. We're going to be submitting a Cooper flag Bowman U Now number 25 card. So I would type in 2024 Bowman U Now. What did I say? 25 Cooper flag. Now hopefully it's gonna kind of come up, and there it is, the Cooper flag. So it's right here as you can see it. Now if it's a brand new card, this has been out for a little bit. If it's a brand new card, it's not going to show up right away, so you're going to have to add it manually, and they'll you don't have to be worried about entering it wrong. They have a nice way of allowing you to submit a card and maybe you didn't word it the correct way. They will fix that for you and go through the whole process. But I'm going to go ahead and select it since it already popped up. And we are going to be submitting 2 of these. So I have my 2 that I'm going to submit. I change the quantity to 2. Optional, customize max insured value. This is the part where it automatically is going to say these are $500 for these cards. These cards are not worth $500. Trust me on that. So I'm going to go to optional, customize max insurance, and I'm going to put it $30 because I'm saying 15 a piece for these. You can kind of mess with that a little bit, but I try to keep the insurance as low as I possibly can because I don't want to pay a ton of money for getting these cards insured. So I have them, I listed them. Now I'm going to hit save, and it has entered it in down below. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set these cards to the side so that I have them. I'm going to put them face down. You want to keep the cards in the same order that you list them in. Do the same thing for all of these cards. We have some Jaden Daniels, we have Bo Nix, a lot of Jaden Daniels, we have Michael Penix, we have Xavier Worthy, Jaden Daniels, a JJ McCarthy, a Marvin Harrison Silver, and to finish out, well, I'm gonna add one more card at the end, or two more cards to get to the 22, or get to 20. We are adding our only older card. This is one that I'm gonna resubmit. If you took a look in our other video, we wanted to see if we get a different grade. I cracked this, and I'm gonna submit it again, see what happens. We took a 6 on that, so we'll see if we improve that with the regrade. I'll make sure you can go ahead and look at another video from the past of when I kind of showed the process of how to crack that. But we'll do a video showing a recap of what I did, what the grade was with that. So you have the ability also to write any comments or requests, but that's pretty much how it's gonna roll. So I'm gonna go ahead and input these in. I'll speed up the process so that you're not just sitting here waiting and watching me do all that. And then we'll continue with everything that we need to do. All right, so here's where I'm gonna be adding it manually, just because it's a brand new card and no one's submitted it yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and add it manually. I'm just gonna click that button because there's nothing popped up down here that matched. So add it manually, and so I think that's gonna be what's gonna be on the card, but in case it wasn't, they would fix it if that were the case. We're doing 2 of those. We'll just value those at $30, and we will hit save. That gets us to our minimum of 20 items. So 20 items puts us at about $500. It'll add in the shipping here in a second, but that's literally it. Okay, you can see the list. What I like to do is just do a quick little double check and make sure that I have the exact same cards that I put in the system. I'll scoot up. Yep, yes. Productions, 1 Penix, 1 Xavier Worthy. We're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. 1 of those. Mosaic. And we'll be adding the Bo Nix at the end there. All right, so that gets us to where we want to be. We got to the 20 that we wanted. And now I'm going to go to proceed to checkout. And here's where it gives us a couple options. First, it's going to give us this limited time price. They really want you to purchase a prepaid label. I like to purchase and print my own labels. I do that through Pirate Ship. If you're not familiar with Pirate Ship, they give you nice discounts. Easy, effective way to do that. And I also have a label printer, and I'm going to go ahead. I'll do some video and show you while I'm talking right now. This label printer is the best, one of the best investments you can have, especially if you have any type of shipping business. It is so easy. If you're on eBay, you print your labels out so easily, slap it on a sticker. It's cost effective. You're never going to run out of ink because it uses heat to print. It's what they use at the post office. It is amazing. It's $100. Then you pay like $30 for 1,000 of these little labels. So it's really cost effective. Highly recommend it if you don't already have one. I want to do ship on your own. So yes, I'm going to choose my own shipping carrier later. Like I said, I will do that through Pirate Ship, and I can show you all of that, how easy that is in a little bit. After service. So this is saying after the service, you'll have the option to change this while your order is processing at PSA. I don't want them to send it to the PSA vault, so I'm not going to do that. They want to sell all the items on eBay themselves. They take a little commission on that. I don't want to do that either. I'm going to have the items shipped back to me, and that's where the additional shipping is going to be added. I'll cross out that, but then you go down and put your phone number in, and I'll make sure I edit that out. And the insured shipping right there, that's where the cost is going to come in. And the payment method, I already have my account set up. So there's where you're paying. So you're pretty much at this level going to be paying 30 bucks. It's going to be anywhere between $20 to $30 that you're going to pay. Now, what that insured shipping gives you is they actually require you to save any of the shipping that you do. So you can't just ship it any way you want. You have to have it signed for, and it's usually through FedEx. I've had no issues with it. If I'm not home, I can have it sent to the local FedEx place or somewhere that I can pick it up easily. But yes, you do have to sign for picking up your slabs once they are delivered. I'm going to hit review order. It's going to give me a nice little summary. It's going to also show me I'm shipping on my own. Shipping instructions will be provided at checkout. You'll see that in a second. Ship items back to me. I'm going to cross my address out just for privacy reasons. And then I am going to, there's the insured shipping payment method. I'm going to hit by checking this box. You select to place your order. So my total is going to be $529.98. That does seem like a lot, but if we get a bunch of tens on here, that will definitely pay off, and I will make some money on this little batch that we're sending. I'm going to hit place order. Now, you're not getting charged right away, which is nice. So you're not getting, that would not be good for the credit card bill. Don't get charged until they ship it back to you, which is really nice. So it gives me some time to go ahead and list the cards that I want to list and get those things sold. Now, here is the deal. Your submission is complete. So I have my cards here, and I'm going to talk about how you package it here in a second. But you do not need to send these cards right away. You get a month. So I just want to lock in this deal, but you get a month from the time that the submission is complete to get all of your, if you're waiting on a card or two, that type of thing, you have a month in order before you need to send it in. So that's pretty nice. I don't need to have it sent till March 3rd. How to package your order. They give you step-by-step instructions. That's what this video is about. So make sure you just watch this video because this will help you. You're then easily going to print your submission forms and labels. So I would click that button, and it's going to take me through a process. This is going to print these labels, not labels. It's going to print packing slips. This is what the people at PSA are going to use and look at. Let me just kind of go through it. This first one is a label. This is what you put on the outside of the box. I will definitely overlay that right now, but you're going to be pasting this on the outside. Please make sure that you do not put the tape over top of the barcode. That will not work. That will not be good for you. You can put it around it, but you will cut that little barcode out, and you will make sure you put that on the package before you send it off. This page is also going to just be put in inside the box that you send it with. The last page is really just for you. It's for your own records to know what you paid and when it's coming, that type of thing. So that doesn't need to go in the box. But the other pages will all go in the box. So I would easily just print this and add those things in. All right, so now we want to prepare our items, and that's what I'm going to do right now. So we're going to get off the computer, and I'm going to show you how you prepare your items to be submitted and sent into PSA. So we've done all the work on the computer. Now we need to get our package ready. And so I have kind of all the items you really need right now, right here. So just in case anyone doesn't know, you want to make sure you have the sleeve here. Put the card in your sleeve, obviously, and then you want to slide the sleeve into the card saver one. Now, there are a couple little tricks with it. I'm going to show you something real quickly. They want it in a card saver one. I can try to put the link in the description of the card saver ones that I use. So there can be a little tricky with these. So you're going to slide the card in. You want to kind of create a little gap in the card saver one so that this can slide in safely without hitting any corners. And I'll get my big hands out of the way. And I'm going to just kind of slide it down. You don't want to push it down the whole way. You just want to make sure that it is covered and it, you know, is in the case effectively. So those cards must be in the card saver ones. They will not accept it in anything else. Once we have the card saver ones with all the cards in them, you have them in the correct order that you listed them on the sheet that you created on your computer. Or you can do this, like, once again, you can do this on an app as well with your phone. I prefer to do it on a desktop or a laptop. So we're here. Now, what we need to do is you want to grab 2 pieces of cardboard. I just cut up random cardboard that I can find. You want the pieces to be just a little bit bigger than the actual cards that you're going to be shipping. And so it should look like this. It's nice and covered. You can't even see the case, but it is in there nicely. Then you want to make sure you have some rubber bands. I think 4 is great. If you want to do more than that, you can, but I think 4 is going to do the job. So you're going to put 2 around it this way. And then you're going to put 2 around it this way. Once again, that cardboard is just kind of taking anything with the rubber band, any pressure that the rubber band might be adding to it. And then you're going to want to then wrap it up into some padding. I have probably too much here, but for now, we'll just wrap it in this padding so that it is fully secured. And it's not going to move around at all once it's in the box. The box is, this is just a box that I kind of recycle. It's one that I've used in the past with other cards that I've sent in for grading. It's just nice to kind of reuse those things. Don't have to buy anything extra. I need to pack this up a little bit tighter. See if it fits. If it doesn't, I'll have to redo it, but should fit in there nicely. Okay, perfectly. All right, it's a perfect fit. So then what you would do, okay, and I don't have it printed, I didn't obviously print it yet, but you would then stick those papers that you printed out on top of it here so that it is ready. You don't need to write anything on those papers. You're going to close it up. Let's see, let's give it the shake test. If you do not feel anything moving around, I think you have enough padding in here. You don't want your cards moving around at all. So make sure that you provide enough padding in there, which I think I did. It is closed. Remember, I want to make sure that I print off that little barcode right there. It's for like shipping, and that when they receive this on the dock, they can put it in the proper area so that it gets done and complete as soon as possible. So yeah, that's what you're going to do. Then the last step, and I'll put this to the side, the last step is going to be printing out your label. As I said, I use Pirate Ship. You can just take it to the post office if you don't have any of those types of things. You don't want to print out your own label. It tells you the exact place to send the card. So you just need to send it to where they tell you to send it. And that is pretty much it. That is it. I know I want to show you the label maker that I have. I'll go ahead and once again put that on the screen again. But I print my label, slap it on here, tape up all the edges so that there's nothing can get in there. And then you just play the waiting game. Like I said, mine is a 20-day, so I will receive mine much sooner, but because they are pretty backed up. Normally it's going to take 45, 50 days until you would get your cards back, unless you did the really express where you can get it done in about 5 days. I've never done that because I've never had a big enough card that was worth it to do that. But anyway, that is pretty much it. If you have any questions, please leave those questions in the comments. I will hopefully be able to help you out. If you have some cards that you would like to submit, like I said, you can leave me a comment, but it would be best if you just find our email in the description and you can get in touch with us, and we kind of have a little bit of agreement for you to sign. But we will definitely send your cards in for you. Like I said, I think we charge like $2 or $3 per card. So not bad. It's cheaper than if you had to pay for a membership and all that if you're only sending a couple things in. But if that's interesting to you, then go ahead and definitely take us up on that offer. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button. We want to grow this community also, so if you aren't already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe so that we can really just grow this community that we, of sports card collectors this community that we so much love, and just it's a fun hobby. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.